Apparently, there's a group of white people that are trying to build an all-white community in Arkansas. Baby, I don't know why everybody's so doggone mad. If they want to go over there and do that, let them. Because let me know where not to go. But my question is, since you don't want nobody else over there but y'all, does this mean you're actually going to leave black people alone?
Did Missouri just travel back to the 1950s? Well, this is Trump's America, so probably.
I see more white folks worried about that white-only town than black folks. Video after video, I'm seeing, oh my God, y'all, they're being a whites-only town in Arkansas. Did y'all see they're building that white-only town? What are we going to do? Nothing. We're not going to do a damn thing. Baby, Mother Nature will take its course. Black folks ain't worried about that shit, because 9 times out of 10, they don't believe in vaccination. They don't believe in doctors. They barely can cook. The children going to have father uncles. It's going to become a cult. They're going to find a passage in the Bible so one person can become the full leader. And baby, we're going to have Waco all over again. Natural selection will take its course. Let them white folks build their shit. See, the thing is, they're building their stuff out of hate, no matter what they say. When black people built their community, it was for love. It was for protection. It was so we could have something to pass down. White folks have this whole country to pass down. They said they want to preserve their culture. I don't know what kind of culture they preserve. I saw them playing a flute. Hell, even the dog is white. Let them have that shit.
Segregation and racism will never die in the United States. There is a whites-only community. You can only live there if you are white and not gay in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. A couple of you sent me this article asking me if I would make a video about it. I finally did a little research about it this morning, and here we go. And yes, it's absolutely true, and they're looking to build a second location in Missouri.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
And ladies, don't worry. There's stuff for you to do there, too.
And while the men do the physical labor, the women take care of the children who live here full-time. It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
In case you couldn't hear her, she said, they can have their own communities. They already do. And we'll give them credit for one thing. At least they don't hide their faces under the robes. This community was actually established in October of 2023. It's been around for a couple of years. The co-founder, his name is Eric Orwell. He said, and I quote, on a video on their Twitter page, if you want a white nation, build a white community. And ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like paradise. I mean, they have cabins, roads. They have cabins and roads. They have wells where you can get your water. They have a community center and a schoolhouse. They have a schoolhouse. Good luck getting those kids into a college. Hey, don't be late for first period. Racism 101. Don't be late. They actually have 150 acres of land. There's about 40 residents. They have an Amazon wish list if you go to their website right here. And look, folks, I'm not saying go to their website and, make up fake email addresses and bombard them with ridiculous questions. But, if you so choose to do that, I'm not going to complain. And here's their Twitter page right here, their Twitter page. They have a whole resounding 7,000 followers. I'd be ashamed to go on there and make some comments, maybe ask them some racist questions, You can only live there if you have traditional Christian values and are of European ancestry. And as I said, they're looking to open a new community in Missouri. So look out, Missouri, coming to a community near you. It's 2025. I don't understand why this is still happening. This is what this is. This community is essentially this from the 60s, the 50s and 60s. That's what this is. Sounds like the ultimate MAGA paradise. MAGAs, why don't you all move to the Ozarks? You can have the Ozarks. Can we give the Ozarks to MAGA? Every MAGA, just go to the Ozarks. You can have your own politics, your own churches. You can just take over the Ozarks. The rest of us will have the rest of the country. Does that sound good, MAGA? This is what MAGA wants, everybody. Yep. I voted for Trump and I don't want segregation, but you side with the people who do. I said it before and I'll say it again. Not all MAGAs are racists, but all racists tend to be MAGAs.
white-only towns and white-only signs in businesses in Missouri. Holy fuck, is this really what 2025 has come to under this administration? See, I live in Jersey. And I'm going to tell you something. I was born and raised in Aranjuez, Medellin, Colombia. Okay? And I've been here for a while now. And let me tell you something. In Jersey? No. I don't think that shit would fly in Jersey, New York, in any blue state that someone tried to put a white-only sign. It would be bad. It would turn violent. So what I'm saying to the people of Missouri, if there's any YT people left that have, common sense, that still have humanity, go in there and rip that sign off. I'm not saying, out here inciting, don't do destruction, don't do any of that, but tear that shit down and give them a piece of your fucking mind. Because what the fuck, in 2025, it is okay to be blatantly racist? No, this is unacceptable. This is fucking unacceptable. Drop in the comments what state you're from and what you think if this would be allowed in your state. Share this video for awareness so everybody knows what the fuck is going on in Missouri and Arkansas, by the way. I love you guys. Please be safe out there. You see something, say something. We need to stick together in these times. I love you guys. What?
This isn't 1925. It's not a history lesson. It's right now. And it's happening in Missouri. A group called Return to the Land, a so-called private membership community, is trying to expand into the state. On the surface, they talk about ancestral values and traditional living. But you look closer, and you'll see exactly what this is. It's a whites-only community. There's no diversity, no inclusion, not even Jewish people are allowed in. They already have land in northeast Arkansas, and now they're looking to set up shop in Missouri. And their founders say they've already talked to attorneys who believe they have a legal argument for all of this, based on quote-unquote freedom of association, which means they're ready to take this to the courts. And with the current makeup of the United States Supreme Court, that should concern everybody. Because if they win, that sets the stage for more of these communities. More modern segregation, fully legal, state by state. One of their recruiting videos shows a bunch of guys doing pull-ups in the woods, chopping trees, talking about building a future. They frame it as safety, family, and tradition. But what they really mean is, as long as everyone looks like them, they're fine with it. This is how it starts. They find a legal loophole, claim it's about culture, and hope the courts give them cover. So, Missouri, are we going to let this happen? Because if we don't speak up now, this doesn't end here. It spreads. Call your lawmakers. Share this story. Let Missouri be the line in the sand.
So y'all motherfuckers over here building white-only communities, and y'all didn't even think this shit through? Y'all peep this shit. Now, in Arkansas and in Missouri, there has been reports of white folk coming out with a whites-only community. And they're actually rapidly building this shit. And from what I hear from these communities is that the men are working full-time and they're actually building the shit, whereas the women stay at home and take care of the children. Now I have a question. At what point are y'all gonna start living back in 2020? Because the whole whites only community shit, that ain't what bothered me. It really doesn't.
I already done seen this shit coming from a mile of goddamn away. So with that being said, y'all want a whites only community to preserve y'all little culture or whatever the fuck, whatever. Do y'all. I just really wonder how the fuck is y'all motherfucking restaurants gonna work when none of y'all shit is seasoned. I wonder how is y'all music and all of that shit gonna work when motherfuckers my skin color have the best music. But you know what? That's beyond me. This is the part that bothers me the most. What bothers me the most is that the man is supposed to work full time, whereas the woman has to stay home and take care of the children full time. Sweetheart, what time frame are these motherfuckers living in? The 1940s or the 2020s? Because the last time I checked, back in those days, one parent can work in the motherfucking house and be able to take care of everything. In the year of 2025, let me tell y'all what the fuck I see. I walk outside of my damn apartment and I see children. They're not playing on their bikes. They got their bikes parked next to them. They got a stand up talking about some lemonade and cookies for fucking sale. There's a whole damn park right across the street from my motherfucking apartment. Those children should be over there. But what are they doing? They're selling shit. We are living in a time frame where the dad, the mom, the children, and more than likely the goddamn motherfucking pet has to motherfucking work. So my question is, at what point is motherfucking inflation gonna hit these motherfuckers? Or better yet, did they even think about inflation before they even decided to build this shit and only have just the motherfucking men working? So now the question fucking remains. If the man cannot afford to stay in this whites only community due to the fucking fact that we do not live in a society or time frame where one parent can fucking work and be settled as fuck, we don't live in those time frames. What the fuck is just gonna happen when that shit start to take over? Then what? Then what? Girl, bye. Like I said, they want to go ahead and build these damn communities. Go ahead and build it, baby. It ain't my fault you ain't think about inflation when that shit start to hit.
Did Missouri just travel back to the 1950s? Well, this is Trump's America, so probably. According to new reports, a whites-only community could be coming to Missouri, with one already established in Arkansas. A man by the name of John Wesley Norton is trying to build what he calls a conservative, Christian, whites-only community outside of Springfield, Missouri. He says this community is for like-minded people. Let's be real, that means racists and segregation. This is in no way about values, this is about exclusion. It's about resurrecting white supremacy under the guise of freedom of association. And Missouri officials, they're silent, as you'd expect. They say nothing illegal is going on and it's private land. Since when did racism need a permit? If you're more upset about people protesting over the human rights violations of immigrants right now than you are about the resurrection of Jim Crow, then you're the problem. This isn't just a Missouri issue, this is a warning. Racism is alive and well, and it's buying land and building fences.